want to welcome everybody to TBISC, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Empowerment USA. TNS Media Group with the team and the family. Mr. Jackson, how you feeling today, man? How's everything?
I'm good, Mr.
Another day in the sports world, another day to hustle, another day to grind, another day to stay motivated, another day to keep your head above water, another day to go out and try to make something happen. That's what it's about. It ain't about sitting here hanging your head down. It's about coming out here every single day, going out to make something happen. This is what we do in sports. Mm-hmm. So let's get into some sports news. The NFL draft is fastly approaching. You got, a lot of young talent, a lot of great players coming out this year in the draft. So most notably, we'll start with the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans has been different drafts, different mocks, drafts saying that the Tennessee Titans are going to take overall #1 pick. They're going to take Cam Ward with the #1 pick in the draft. They're going to probably pick him as a quarterback, but it's also been some rumblings of them possibly trading that #1 pick and possibly acquiring some draft capital for that #1 pick overall. In my opinion, I don't know if they're gonna probably take Cam Ward #1 because they do have Will Levi over there, second-year quarterback. Yeah. They didn't play very, too well this season, but
trash, man. We just gonna get right to it.
But he's a good young quarterback. Maybe they can kind of
What good did you see from him this year?
I don't know, man. I mean, but he's a young quarterback.
You're calling him good, but I need you to tell me how you come up with this conclusion. Well, because he was horrible. This year. Possibly. This man will be sitting there ready to get sacked and throw it to the defender. This man is, instead of swallowing the ball and taking the sack.
No, dude, but he reminded me of we was kids. You just throw the ball to the other team every time we played football around the way.
That right there is just certain things that if you're making a bad throw and it's intercepted or whatever, all right, cool. But when you're sacked and this man have his arms around you and you're not getting loose and free and he's ready to take you to the ground, you got to swallow that. You got to cover the ball. That's a save in a play instead of throwing the ball when you're under extreme duress.
Yeah, Will Levi, 2,000 yards. He had 13.
Will Levi is horrible.
He had 13 touchdowns, 12 interceptions.
Will Levi need to get on, man. Get you a bag, man, and get on.
Draft Cam Ward, please. Cam Ward, 5 years. He's a 5-year college, 5-year senior. He played 5 years of college football. Totaling over 18,000 passing yards. He's a good young quarterback, so I don't see why Titans would pass up on drafting him and taking him along. But you did say there was another player that you thought that would chip a #1 overall pick, Abdul from Penn State.
From Penn State. I feel as though that if he don't go #1, he'll go in that top 3. Yeah. He's going to go in that top 3.
Over Travis Hunter?
I probably wouldn't say over Travis Hunter, but Travis Hunter is going to be either 1 or 2.
He's gonna probably be 2. I think Cleveland probably take him. They need some help on the receiving.
And then the guy, what's his name? Carter, will be drafted at #3.
You think so?
Yes, I know so. He is the best defensive player in the draft this year. Ain't nobody better than him. Man, that kid is extraordinary.
What about a kid out of Michigan? They got a kid.
I don't care out of Michigan, out of Alabama. I'm telling you that this kid Carter is the best in the draft this year, defensive wise.
Why are you saying that? Because he's from Penn State?
No. I'm saying that from his body of work.
I'm saying
saying that because of his body of work. Nobody else's body of work is like that compares to his.
Okay.
Defensively, that's why I say that. And the proof is in the pudding.
Well, they do have Mason Graham, who was at his 24 solo tackles, who's from Michigan, who's played out of his mind.
And again, we're not in I'm not in a rebuttal about that. I agree. I'm just telling you that Carter is the best defensive player in the draft, and he will go in the top 3.
You might just like Carter because he said he wanted to be an Eagle.
It's not even that. I'm not being biased, though, Tawfiq. What I'm saying is this man's body of work, when he pitched on the field.
You might be right. You might be right, man. 43 solo tackles. He had
is an animal. And everybody that's listening that watch the collegiate football sport, you have to agree with me. Like, a little bit he knows what he's talking about there. This kid is extraordinary.
He had 43 solo tackles, 12 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. Yeah, he like that.
Man, he's super like that.
Yeah. I saw some of the highlights from him. Got a chance to watch him play a few times for Penn State. Bears we're here in Philadelphia, but you see somebody like him, and you would love to have somebody like him on your team.
Well, I wouldn't even say love. I say it's a need. It's a must you have him on your team. Him? That's generational talent right there.
But you need a quarterback. Like, for example, the Titans need a quarterback. So if you need a quarterback, you take
You win championships with defense.
Yeah, but
you can have a manageable quarterback. Trent Dilfer wasn't no extraordinary quarterback.
But that's not now. You got real quarterbacks. Hurts, Mahomes.
Hurts is not extraordinary. He's not Mahomes. He's not.
No, wait, what?
Josh Allen.
Hurts is right there.
I would trade Hurts right now. I would trade Hurts right now for Josh Allen if I was the general manager.
He won the Super Bowl.
His team, it's a team. Football is a total.
Yeah, but
football is the total team sport. Everybody has to contribute. All 11 players on offense, all 11 players on defense.
You cannot.
Special teams, and get it done. All phases have to click for you to be a special team, and that's what Philly was.
Yes, and they had a good quarterback, and Saquon didn't have an amazing game in the Super Bowl.
They stopped him. Their whole game plan was to stop him.
So who was throwing the football? Hurts, right?
Yes.
Hurts, okay.
Hurts threw for 240 yards, man.
He won an MVP.
Tom Brady threw the last Super Bowl we won. Tom Brady and Nick Foles and them was throwing for Tom Brady threw for 480. Nick Foles threw for 410.
It don't matter. He won the game.
Extraordinary. No,
he won
I didn't
the game.
say no.
He won the game. He put points on the board.
He managed the game.
He put points on the board. He put points on the board.
Okay, I'll give you that.
He put points on the board. That's what I'm saying.
Is he a better quarterback than Josh Allen?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is he a better quarterback than Pat?
No.
Because why?
But then again, I'll probably say he's better than out. I mean, he won a Super Bowl, so he got a ring. Josh Allen has nothing. He has nothing.
Just because you don't have nothing, that don't mean you good. That
means
he's
good, but I'm saying, like, I'm picking a champion. I'm picking Hurts to lead this team. Josh Allen, I don't know if it's because of the personnel. He did win the MVP. I thought Lamar Jackson should have won the MVP, honestly, in my opinion. I would have voted for Lamar Jackson. But they gave it to Josh Allen because he beat Lamar. But Lamar had way more yards, way more touchdowns. You know what I'm saying?
Which he did.
Yes. So, in my opinion, Hurts won the Super Bowl, so I'm going with the Super Bowl winner.
Okay, and you're not wrong for that.
Yeah,
you're not wrong, rightfully so. But
that's my opinion. But that's back to the draft. If you look at the draft, look at these players. I mean, Abdul Carter. I mean, he liked that.
Man, extraordinary. And he's passed like that. That's generational talent right there.
Yeah,
that's your next Carter that played for the Eagles.
Yeah, Howie had to work some magic to get up
there. Yeah,
Howie's
not getting him.
Not getting him. We just won a Super Bowl.
It's already bad enough. We pick at 32.
But no, that's still good. You can get a good player. 32 players.
I'm not saying you can't get a good player. We're talking about Carter.
You're not getting him. You can forget it.
In order, because Eagles got the most picks in the next 2 years out of every team in the NFL.
Yes.
And I think that if they wanted to make a move for Carter,
they got to give up a lot of picks.
A ransom. They would have to give up that 32nd pick this year and a lot of other picks after that.
Yeah, you got to.
But I think it could be done.
But you put him on a defensive line with Carter.
Carter, Davis. Oh, my eyes. All three of them on that front line. Boy, that's going to make the secondary better. That's going to make the linebackers better.
King Bond and all of them in the back.
They're going to be even better because of these hogs up front. These is hogs up front. These is hog dogs. And they're getting the job done.
If you're a caregiver, please check your pay stubs to be sure you're paid for overtime. Here at Make It Care, we make sure you're getting paid time and a half for overtime. Call now.
A lot of people were picking Shador to go probably the top 3 picks. I think it's going to probably go to the Giants, but the Giants just showed that they're probably not going to take him with their top pick. They're going to probably go in the way of defense, probably get some of these defensive players. I don't know. But Shador Sanders probably going to end up somewhere, notably they're saying probably Pittsburgh or so forth and so on with the 10th pick. But is that a good landing spot for him to be behind Aaron Rodgers? Because like Aaron Rodgers is going to go there. They're like, that's a good spot. Mike Tomlin coaching him along the way. Sit down, back
That's
up.
a great spot.
Be a backup.
We talked about this before. And be a backup?
Yeah, be a backup behind Aaron Rodgers. They take Aaron Rodgers.
I'm talking about. Well, yeah, that'll be extraordinary for him to sit behind a great like Aaron Rodgers for a year.
Yeah.
Because what I think is they need to bring that back and start letting these. I don't care where you pick them at, because this is a whole nother level than the collegiate level.
Yeah.
Just because you was extraordinary in the collegiate level don't mean you're going to be extraordinary in the NFL. And with that being said, you could either make a person or break a person. You throw a person out there in that fire and they ain't getting it done, man, it'll destroy confidence. So I think that the league need to bring back, coaches and stuff need to bring back certain guys that's getting drafted, sitting for a year. Sitting and learning, really learning, seeing it, not just getting thrust into it because, okay, you're still learning on the job. You're learning and you could get better. But it could, look at Levi. That man had a horrible season. They was sacking that man. Anytime he looked up, they was grabbing his neck, slamming. This could be detrimental to his mental to think, damn, I'm not equipped to play this game for real. And he may just be. But because of the destruction he had of this season, this can discourage him tremendously. So all I'm saying is, sit these guys and make these guys, you're not only, in the practices and being involved, but you have to learn it mentally. This is a mental game. This might be a 70% more mental game than it is actually playing it. You understand what I'm saying? You got to stay packed, you got to know, all right, they just scored, we got the ball, it ain't over because they scored. It's mental, everything is mental in this, not just physical or brute force, and you got to have that to get them yards and but you have to be wise and smart. You got to know when to lay them and when to hold them and fold them. Would you agree, Toffee?
Yeah, I agree. I just think that, in my opinion, like I believe that if he was to go to a team, a good franchise like
Pittsburgh, yes,
good coaching staff,
yes,
great head coach,
yes,
great team, and they have some good receivers now. DK Metcalf up there
with Pickett,
you know what I'm saying, a good offensive line. Aaron Rodgers comes in, shows him the ropes because he'll get. What Shador gonna have to find out is that the collegiate level is different than NFL. Everybody in NFL is fast. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You can't come in, and think that it's still college football. I'm not saying that he is, but he'll have a good opportunity to learn on the job. You know what I'm saying? And be ready to be prepared to play whenever his number is called. But I think that would be a great situation for him. And we'll see what happens in regards to that. But I think that Shador is a good player, but Pittsburgh is a great landing spot for any player, anybody to go there, whether it's on defense or offense. So you heard it here first. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's it, Toffee.
Yeah, it's TBISC, the best at sports entertainment.
The best.